Hey y'all, it's your girl Jada J. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Okay, yeah, I know I'm late. Okay, I'm sorry. What happened was I watched the episode, I took my notes and everything. Then I caught the itis. Okay, so and I've been going, mind you, since I got a job. Well, I'm a night bird anyway, so I'm usually up in the middle of the night. Like that's just me. But like I'll try to make it my mission to go to bed at least by like 9 or 10, or else I'm over it in the morning. I'm not a morning person anyway, on top of that. So, yeah, I was like, I need to go to sleep. Because I've been going to sleep, like, especially since I got a job, you would think I would be like, okay, I need to go to sleep because, you know, I have school and then I have to go to work from school. But nah, I just be up. Because I'm like, I'm going to be, you know, you just be up, you know. So I got to bed earlier yesterday. Then I actually got up and, you know, took my bath and stuff in the morning. So I was pretty exhausted today. Alright. But I know I should have got to this review. I wanted to, y'all. Because, you know, the reviews, I was happy too. I was like, you know, I'm ready to get on camera and talk to my people. You feel me? And then I just got tired. Alright, but I'm doing it now. Okay? So, much love to y'all. Appreciate you, you lovely people. Alright, so let's get into it. So this is If Loving You Was Wrong, Season 5, Episode 10, entitled Angry Men. Okay, so mind you, not tomorrow. Next week is actually the season finale. So, and did y'all see that clip for Haves and Have-Nots? I can't tell you how ready I am and how upset I am with what I saw in that clip. Anyway, If Loving You Was Wrong. Alright, so we open up. We left off last week, remember? She opened the trunk and Travis jumps out. Okay, so he's jumping out of trunks and everything like that. Like, are you serious, Travis? Trunks? No, it was only one trunk, but trunks, you know. Shout out to the Jedi. So yeah, he jumped out of the trunk and he grabs her. So this week we pick up there, he's choking her. And he was like, why would you tell him that he's on top of her, he's choking her. Why would you tell him that I kidnapped Justice? Why would you tell him that? She's like, please, somebody help me. Help me. He was like, shut up. Like the louder she's screaming, the tighter he's being on her neck. So he was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? She was like, I can't breathe. He was like, yeah, you can't breathe. That's what I want. So then she grabs a stick, because then he starts pressing down on her chest. So she can't breathe anymore. So then she gets this stick and she bops him in his head, right? So then she gets up, starts running. It didn't even take a couple of seconds. He just got right back up and ran and got her. Gets her again. They back on the ground. So he starts choking her even more. And she was like, please, Travis. She was like, I can't believe you're doing this. He was like, you can't believe I'm doing this? You can't believe I'm doing this? You made me this way. And he's like, yeah, say my name, Kelly. Say my name. I love it when you beg me. And I'm just like, no, something is wrong with him. I can't believe she missed it. Like, cause you must have been this way for a while. Cause all this cannot be coming out of nowhere. Travis is crazy. Alright. And I'm over him. The mole, as the Jedi calls him. Okay. So she's like, please help, call 911. He smacks her. He's like, you gonna yell for the police again? And then he actually says, are you gonna tell the police on me again? Are you ever gonna call the cops on me again? So he's like, say no, Kelly. Say no. So then she can't even say anything because he's choking her. So he starts choking her even more. He's choking her out. And you actually see like the veins like popping out of his arms. Like he's choking, like I was feeling like I can't breathe for a second, you know? So yeah, he's choking her. She's unconscious. Right? Because sometimes I say unconscious, and I'm like, that was unconscious. Alright? So we actually cut to commercial, we come back. And he's like, are you dead? You dead, witch? Are you dead, Kelly? And he feels the pulse. He's like, oh yeah, you are dead. He was like, sweet little Kelly. Dead. Okay, he didn't say dead 3 times, but you know what I'm saying. So then he was like, you know, bye B, and all this, that, and the third. So then actually this white woman, okay, we never got her name, so that's how I'm going to reference her, no shade, comes out with a gun. And she goes, get off of her. I've already called 911. And he's like, here we go. And then he jumps off of Kelly. And he's like, good, call an ambulance. She passed out. Help, call her. And they call him. And then she's like, stop it now. I seen you on top of her. He was like, ma'am, call the ambulance. She passed out. We might be able to revive her. And so he starts, you know, doing the CPR and stuff, mouth to mouth. He was like, hurry, get an ambulance. She might live. He was like, come on, baby. Come on, you got this. Like, he is so fake. Because it was a good cover. Well, it really wasn't. Because if I would have seen that, I would have been like, nah, I seen you choking her out. But then the white woman start getting like, wait a minute. is he trying? And so obviously she didn't want to be the one who wasn't going to call an ambulance. So then she lowers the gun. She's like, okay, fine, I'll get an ambulance. And she runs. And then so Kelly starts breathing again, like coughing and everything. He's like, looks like you live to see another day, witch. And he gets up and he runs. Like he's out. So I thought this was kind of going to be that moment where he tried to run up on the white lady and grab her. But nah, because I guess he's smarter than that. So he actually, you know, played like he was like, oh, here we go. Then he faked, because he knew it was going to happen, so he faked it out. He was like, yeah, quick, please do. Call an ambulance. She might be able to live it up. She passed out. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with Travis. I'm done. I've been done with him, but I'm just done. So then we switch to Natalie. Okay, love this scene, obviously. So Nat is actually asleep in her bed. And she's not, because, you know, Natalie just does everything all the time. She's an independent woman, even with Lucian. So, you know, Natalie is tired, okay? So she's taking a load off. Natalie's asleep. He actually comes in and tucks her in. Lou comes in and tucks her in, you know, pulls the blanket over and everything. It was very sweet. It was very tender. Appreciated it. So then he goes next door to the kids' room. Frank is in there with the girls. And Lou is like, you know, make sure you guys keep it down. You know, mom's in there sleeping. And they're like, okay, Lou, and all that. And then, so I think they actually call him Dad. But I don't know, because they didn't call him that in that scene, but I'm not sure. So, because he's he's the girl's father. Just Frank. I believe he's not Frank's actual father. But, you know, that don't matter to Lou, because he references that as his real son anyway. So appreciate that, too. So yeah, he was like, Frank, you got him? And he's like, man, you know I'm always chilling. He's like, that's what I like to hear. And then so he gets a phone call. Who is it? Su Ling Mai. Okay, aka it's Petey Pete. Okay, so it's Pete. They get on the phone and he's like, hello? He's like, yeah, man, what's up? Did you get any word on Andrew? He's like, nah, but if I do, I'll call you. And he's like, did you get a chance to tell the FBI, you know, did you give him your statement? He's like, yeah, man, I gave him a full statement. He's like, so what's going to happen? Do you know? He's like, yeah, they said they're going to pick Eddie up, but they're going to move me first because, you know, Eddie is crazy. So if he tries to track me down or something, it's not going to be good. So he's like, yeah, they're going to move me first. He was like, yeah, that's good. And he goes, Pete, like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? And he's like, man, I'm fine. He's like, are you worried, Pete? He's like, come on, man, me? You know me. I'm not worried. He's like, well, you sound worried. He's like, look, man, I just don't know where my life is going. And I love that because it was just so, like, you know, sometimes you just get to that point, like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? What's up? What am I gonna, so Pete has hit that moment. You know, he's been in the hospital, for some time now. Well, maybe not, in terms of the show, it's probably been like a week or something like that. But, at this point, you know, he could pretty much assume he's gonna be out of the force for like a little while. At the very least, and then he might be in witness protection, so he's kind of at that point where, like, what's going on, you know? And Lou tells him, he's like, come on, man, don't even start thinking like that. He's like, you're a good kid, you got your future ahead of you. He's like, yeah, man, well, I hope so. You know, thanks for looking out for me and all that. And then he's like, man, I don't even know when the next time I'm going to see you. And I appreciate this friendship that has formed between Pete and Lou. And I seen it coming when Pete first came on the show, and Lou was actually kind of mean to him. You know, as him starting out as a rookie, because he wanted him to know how things work there. You can't run your mouth to everybody because everybody can't be trusted. So Pete was very, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take Eddie down. And Lou was kind of the one trying to tell. It seemed mean at the time, but Lou was really just trying to tell him, dude, slow down, because I know what's going on here more than you do, and I want you to be careful. You know, and obviously Eddie knew he was onto him, and he was a victim of a shootout. So I'm not saying, Pete is a good cop, so obviously that's why he was investigating. But Lou told you, you know, don't get too close to the edge. You got a little cocky, and that's what happened. So yeah, Lou, I appreciate this friendship between these two. So he's like, man, I don't even know when's the next time I'm going to see you. He was like, I got a feeling you'll see me a lot sooner than you think. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, man, I just know some people. I just have a feeling you'll see me sooner than you think. He's like, what are you talking about, Lou? Why are you being so secretive? He's like, man, listen, don't worry about it. It's okay. You know, it's nothing to worry about. He's like, you got to just trust me, all right? He's like, yeah, man, I trust you. I just feel like you're not telling me something. He's like, it's good, all right? And then he goes, all right, man. And he's like, okay, well, call me. He's like, now I don't know how I'm going to be able to, because if they take me out of here, I might not even have a phone. Because Lou tells him he's going to call him. He's like, you might not be able to, because I don't even know if I'm going to have the phone. He was like, well, guess what? You call me if they come pick you up before they go and pick up Eddie. So he's like, all right, I'll try. And then he's like, all right. And then hang up the phone. Appreciated that. So then Lou goes outside. Esperanza's actually on Kelly's porch. No, he's not even outside yet. We switch over to Esperanza on Kelly's porch with the kids, the children of the corn, as the Jedi would say. Justice and Esperanza's daughter Mika. And so they're just tired of waiting because Kelly ain't there yet. And they're like, so then Mika's like, Mom, come on, can we please, run around and stuff? She's like, aren't y'all tired? I was running around all day pretty much at the park. And then Alex's daughter Paisley is like, yeah, can we go run around in my backyard? And she's like, all right, fine, but stop running, don't trip, be careful. So they go to the backyard. All right. She tells him to be careful. Lou comes out. And he's like, oh, hey, Esperanza. She's like, hey, Lou. And she's like, are you guys all moved in? He's like, yeah. She's like, I want to see right now. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to let Natalie do the honors of that. She's like, you're right. It probably is a girl's thing. And then so she's like, where is Natalie? He's like, she in there asleep. She's tired. She's like, yeah, I get it. He's like, but have you heard what's going on with Kelly? And he's like, well, how's she doing? She goes, well, Travis is crazy and, he's been going in on her and they haven't been doing anything about it down at the station. And he's like, well, he's like, what are you talking about? She goes, they will not pick up Travis for nothing in this world. They won't pick him up. Like they think it's Kelly. And he's like, are you serious? He's like, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to handle that. And I'm going to talk to Kelly. So he lets her know he's going to handle the situation. Appreciate it. Big Lou. He always got everybody back. Like, that's what you think of with Lou. If you need a favor or something, just somebody to have your back, you go and talk to Lou because he got you. So, and, Natalie, he don't really need to be doing that because Natalie is his fiance. Really he only needs to be doing for Natalie. But he's like, you know what, nah. And Lou's just a good dude anyway, so I'm pretty sure he would just do this for anybody. But it's like, okay, you guys are my fiance's girls, so I gotta make sure y'all are good too. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. So yeah, he's like, well, I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna see what's going on, And then he's like, that's crazy. He actually goes, tell her to call me so I really know what's going on. She's like, I'll do that. And then so he's like, Esperanza, I got something to ask you. I have a favor. Andrew is missing, right? And she's like, yeah, that sucks. And then he's like, yeah, Alex knows something, but she won't give me any info. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, I think she knows a lot more than she's letting on about Andrew missing. And she just won't let me know. So could you talk to her? She's like, yeah, I'll try or whatever, but I don't know what that's gonna do. And he's like, all right, thanks. And then he's like, and what are you doing tomorrow? She goes, I don't think I have any plans yet. What's going on? He's like, would you mind maybe coming over and bringing the girls just like as sort of a cheer up party for Natalie? We're all going to be at the house and everything. I just want to do something nice for her. She's like, yeah, but what does Natalie need cheering up for? I mean, Joey's fine. He's like, actually, he's back in jail. She's like, what? Are you serious? She goes, for what? He's like violating his probation. And she's like, dang. She's like, yeah, well, I'll be there. No problem. And I'll be sure to rally up the girls. So yeah, they're going to be over there. Yeah. Okay, so wait a minute. Yeah, he was like, and I'm going to invite some people from work, and yeah. She goes, okay, well, I'll wait for Kelly, and then I'll tell her when she gets here, but she's not here yet, so I'm just going to wait. And he's like, all right. So he leaves, and Esperanza's still on the porch. Kelly actually pulls up, okay, in the vehicle, parks in the driveway, gets out of the car, and she looks like, if the acting was good on this, because I really believe she would have gotten mugged or something. She gets out of the car, and she's like kind of limping a little bit. And Esperanza can't tell because all she sees, she's like, oh, well. That's how her expression is when Kelly finally pulls up. So then she sees Kelly getting closer and everything. She's like, Kelly, I've been waiting for you. Where have you? She's like, Kelly? What's wrong? What happened to you? And she goes, it was Travis. She goes, Travis, what happened? What did he do? And then, she sees her neck. She's like, yeah, he started choking me. Yeah, she's like, he was in the trunk of my car, and he started choking me, and then she starts freaking out. And after she shows Esperanza the scar, she's like, where's Justice? Because, obviously she's going to freak out about that, too. She's like, don't worry about him. He's in the backyard. He's playing. She's like, I don't want him to see me like this. She's like, all right. Calm down. Let's get inside the house. So they go inside. And they're talking. She's like, I need some ice on my neck. She's like, no, honey, I got to take a picture of this because, they're over not having any proof about all the situations that are going on. So she's like, let me get a picture first. So and the neck was swelled up, and he had the little black marks and everything. He did a number on her. All right. So yeah, she takes some pictures, And she's like, well, did you call the police? She's like, no. She's like, Kelly, because, you know, she's getting mad at her because it's like, girl, Travis got all this stuff against you and you know. So she's like, Kelly, she's like, girl, they don't believe me. They don't believe me. She's like, she's like, you know what? I'm calling Lou. She's like, no, please don't. Please don't. They don't believe me. She's like, no, stop. I'm calling Lou. So she calls up Lou. She's like, yeah, hi. Could you please, and she's crying, you know. She's like, could you please get over to Kelly's? Yeah, right next to her. Could you please come over? All right. So she's like, I need some. She goes, he's coming. And then Kelly's like, I need some water. She's like, I'll get it for you. Gets the water, comes back over. And Lou, like, he's right there in a snap. And she tells Lou, she's like, look at her neck. And he goes, what happened? She goes, Travis happened, you know, answering for Kelly. And he was like, Kelly, did Travis do this to you? Did Travis do this to you? And she... Hold on, y'all. Hello? Hey, Ma. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I need to put some, I need to put gas in the car. Mom! Mom, I was tired. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Alright. See you later. You too. See you later. Sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, he goes, did Travis do this? And she's like, yeah, somehow he made my tire go flat, and then when I went to my trunk, he was in the trunk, and he popped out. Okay, and then Lou was like, this dude has gone too far, but I think he called him Bastard. He's like, he's going way too far, and I appreciated that. Lou was just my brother. Like, I'm done. Lou was my brother. And I don't know where I got Sam, you guys. I think my subtitles sometimes are wrong. So I went back and watched the episode where I thought they said Sam, and my subtitles do say Sam for the supervisor. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna need you to turn the volume up because my subtitles just said Sam. Like, I don't know. That remember that episode where the gas leak was happening? That's where I thought his name was Sam because that's what my subtitle said on my television. But they were wrong because apparently his name is Dion. But we'll get there. So, sorry y'all for putting out false information. You know what? I want you to go down to the subtitle people and fire everybody down there. No, because I'm giving out fake names and I... What are the names of the subtitle people? I don't know. You need to find that out. I don't know these things. If you want your job, you'll do it. Thank you. Okay, so yeah. So Esperanza's like, now do you see what I'm talking about, Lou? He's going too far. And she was like, nobody will do anything at the station. They won't pick him up. Not Dion, not Rick. Nobody is doing anything. They don't believe her. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to go down to the station and I'm going to put myself in this and I'm going to let them know what's going on because this is just too much. He's like, I'll handle it. And then she's like, no, Lou, please don't, please don't. And Esperanza's like, Kelly, what are you talking about? She was like, it's just going to make him more mad if you go to it's just going to make him more mad. He's like, Kelly, listen, don't worry. We're neighbors now. I'm right next door. If anything goes down, you need to come and get me and let me know. Because she was like, what if he comes here and all this, and you know. And she's scared. Okay, so he's like, I'm right next door. Call me if anything goes down. I'm going to be right there. Do you understand that? And then she's like, but what if he does something? And then he goes, Kelly, once I'm through with him, he won't even think about coming around here no more. So don't even worry about it. Like, I would just die. That's my brother. All right. So yeah, he leaves. And then they're like, thanks, Lou. And no, wait a minute. Did that? Okay, I'm going to say that didn't happen right there. If it did, I'm going to come back. Because there's something that I'm thinking might have happened right there. But then I'm like, did he come back to the house? We're just going to power through it. Okay, so he leaves. And then, oh yeah, it didn't happen yet. Esperanza, she goes, I don't want Justice to see me like this. And then Esperanza's like, do you have a turtleneck? She's like, yeah, I got one around here somewhere. She's like, alright, let's go look for it. So Lou, we switched to Lou. He goes down to the station. He's like, yo, Dion. And he's like, what's up, Lou? And he's like, what are you doing about Travis? He's like, what do you mean? He was like, he was in her trunk. He was like, what? No, look at this. He's like, what's this? He goes, these are text messages from her to him. And he's like, nah, there's no way Kelly is lying. This is not right. He's like, nah, man, she's lying. He's like, no, she's not. He goes, yes, she is. She's lying. Like, Dion does not believe her at all. And it's starting to get on my nerve. Okay? So yeah, Dion is just like, no. I don't care what you want to tell me. The witch is lying and I'm over it. Alright? What are you going to tell me? So he's like, look, he's like, Dion, I know her. She would not lie. He's like, look, man, I'm following the evidence. So tell her to come down here with a witness or something, or my hands are tied. And then he goes, well, at least bring him in for questioning. He was like, first of all, I'd like to remind you that I'm the lead officer on this case. And I would have decked Dion in his face because I do not appreciate you, Dion. Lose the attitude. Okay? So I would like to remind you that I'm the lead officer on this case. And second of all, we don't have enough evidence to bring him in. And then, so he walks away and, like, snatches the text messages out of Lou's hand. And he's like, Dion, he goes, I'm busy, Lou. Really? So then Lou goes on, he's like, you know what, bump you. Goes over to Steven, because that's, we know that's the head honcho when the captain is gone. So he's like, yo, Steven. And he's like, look, Lou, if this has anything to do with Travis Kane, we can't do anything about it. Dion is the lead officer on the case. I can't interfere with that. And he's like, are you kidding me, man? Like, at least, like, hear me out. He's like, she has scars on her neck. Oh, yeah, he tells Dion that she has scars on her neck. He's like, man, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it. Tell her to come down here with a witness or I can't do anything. So, yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, he's like, if this is, oh no, he goes, if this is about Kelly Isaacs, it's not your case, you need to drop it. He's like, we need to do something. He was like, Lou, we don't have any solid evidence. And he goes, and by the way, did you tell Pete to report his statement of the shooting of Ben? Because I think they're talking about when Eddie shot Ben's hand off. He goes, did you tell Pete to report that to the FBI? Did you tell him to give his statement? He's like, yeah, that sounds about right. He's like, why would you do that? I told you to wait. He was like, wait for what, Steven? Eddie is out of control and we need to take him down. I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, yeah, and I told you I need the Escadas. I need that family, and Eddie is the end. He was like, since when is he an end? He's like, look, man, I already got enough heat from upstairs telling me to bring Eddie down. I don't need it from you too, alright? So just trust me on this. He's like, alright, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick Travis up. He's like, no, can't do, man. I can't do it. He's like, we don't have enough evidence. He's like, you know what? Then I'll do it. He's like, you can't do that. He's like, how do you expect to do that without bringing us into it? He's like, I'll figure something out. He was like, no, Lou. Like, you can't do that. Hold on a second. He's like, I'll tell her that he kidnapped her and I'll make this whole thing federal. I'll tell him that he kidnapped her and make the whole thing federal. He goes, and blow your cover? You know Eddie's already on to you, man. I don't think you want to do that, like trying to threaten Lou. But Lou let him know. He's like, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do for the fam. You know what I'm saying? You gonna try and threaten me like I'm scared. So then Lou's like, that's a chance I'm willing to take. So then Steven, of course, was like, alright, man, fine, we'll do it. That's what I thought. He goes, thank you, and he leaves out. Sees Eddie as he's coming out the freaking building. So Eddie, on his dumb stuff, talking about some Lucian. He's like, Eddie, just get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Just get away from me. And he's like, oh, Lou, congratulations, I heard you're a baby daddy. He's like, what? And he was like, just when I thought you couldn't get any more shady, I find out that you hitting my cousin. He's like, well, maybe you need to go to your cousin and get the real information. He's like, nah, I already know the truth. Like, y'all got a baby or whatever. And then he's like, you know what, Lou? Like, your days are numbered, and all of a sudden they're calling him a witch. He's like, I got your witch for you. He's like, I know you do. He was like, yeah, whatever. And then Lou leaves out. Like, and he's just so fake. You're just so fake. I can't. Yeah, then I find out you're hitting my cousin. Like, I'm over you. No, he goes, I'm a lot of things. He was like, I'm that and a lot of things. What's it to you? When he called him a baby daddy, he's like, I'm that and a lot of other things. Appreciated that. Like, mother, if I'm a fiance, I'm an actual father. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just no baby daddy just running around. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm that and a lot of things. So I don't appreciate you. Alright. So, hold on a second. Yeah, Lou goes to Kelly's, okay, and she's like, okay, so what's going on down there? And he's like, look, Kelly, you need to forget Dion, forget Rick. He's like, I went over there and I went right over their heads to the boss because they're not doing anything down there. And he's like, I hope this doesn't stop you from coming tomorrow to, you know, I hope this doesn't stop you from coming tomorrow. And she doesn't, Esperanza standing there because Esperanza knows what she's talking about, but Kelly doesn't. And Esperanza's like, oh, no, we'll be there. We'll be there. Thanks so much, Lou. And he leaves. And she goes, thanks. And Kelly says, thanks, Lou. And Kelly's like, what's tomorrow? And she goes, Natalie's having this cheer up party. You know, I hope you don't have any plans, whatever. She's like, yeah, but why does she need cheering up? She goes, Joey's back in jail. She's like, oh, nah, man. And then she's like, so are you going to be able to make it? She's like, girl, I ain't got nothing else to do. He's like, yeah, I'll be there. And she's just like, the crazy thing is, though, like, every time I even look at the house, like, I just think of Ramsey. And she's like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, girl. She's like, he was just so sweet. And she's like, I'm real sorry, Kelly. And then she goes, Travis did something to him. And Esperanza's like, Kelly. She's like, no, I'm not just saying that. She's like, he's got everybody fooled, Esperanza. But she goes, obviously not everybody, because me and Lou are not fooled, are we? She's like, look, I'm just saying, all right? She's like, listen, I really think that you should come and spend the night at my house. And she's like, no, I'm not letting him run me out of my house. Like, that's not going to happen. He's not going to have that much power over me. She's like, listen, Lou is right next door. I'm good. And she's like, but Kelly, what are you going to do? She's like, I'm going to protect me and my son, so he better not even think about coming back here. I'll tell you that much. She's like, okay, fine, but what if Justice comes to stay with me? She's like, no, he's not going to mess up our daily routine, our way of living. He's not about to do none of that. I respected that. She was like, I'm going to protect my son, so he better not even think about coming back through here. Period. And she was letting it be known, like, I'm not, thanks, girl, for the invite, but I'm good. She's like, all right, girl, I got to go home. She's like, yeah, I know. They hold hands for a second, embrace. Thanks, girl. Thank you. She leaves out and tells her to lock the door. All right. So, yeah. Then we switch to Alex. Okay. She looks out the window and sees Brad's car parked in the driveway. So, of course, she goes outside. And she's like, Brad, like, what are you doing here? No, she doesn't ask him that first, but she goes, Brad, like, what's up? He's like, oh, I didn't know you were home. She goes, why not? He's like, the car, I didn't see it in the driveway. She's like, yeah, I had a wreck. He's like, yeah, actually, I heard about that. Like, I'm really sorry. And this scene actually gets interesting, you guys. So, she's like, well, do you want to come in? He's like, she's like, well, can I join you? He's like, yeah, sure. So, they get in the car. They're talking. And, hold on a second, because the dialogue was kind of... Hold on a second. Yeah, he goes, are the kids asleep? And she's like, yep. He's like, and what about your kid? And she goes, actually, he's not here. He's like, what? Why? She goes, he's been put in foster care. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Why? And then she tells him, she goes, because of what my parents did, you know. She's like, I'm sorry. He goes, I'm sorry. She's like, me and Randall had a custody hearing, and the judge almost granted him custody, so I had to kind of throw a Hail Mary, and I may have said that he wasn't the father. And then Brad goes, is he? And she's like, yeah, like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, he's the father. I just, you know, I might have slipped up and said he wasn't. So then he goes, oh, so that would explain why Randall came to my office saying that Lucian is the father. And she's like, oh, are you serious? Like, it was kind of like a sudden outburst. So I was like, okay, girl, calm down. So she was like, he told you, he told Natalie. And he's like, what? And then she's like, but it's good because I told Natalie. No, wait a second. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, he goes, well, if he is the father, then why isn't he here right now? And she goes, well, we're still waiting on the DNA results, and everything in court is going to be happening so quickly. Like, we're just trying to rush everything. So, sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, so he tells him he came to the office and said that the baby was Lou's. Alright. And he goes, why did why did you even do that? And he was like, she goes, because I didn't want him to have the baby. And she goes, I gotta make this right. He's like, yeah, you do. But then she goes, well, I already told Natalie, I just have to, I have to clear it up with other people. And he goes, yeah, because Eddie knows too. And she goes, great. Another reason for him to hate me. He goes, Eddie hates everybody. She goes, good old cousin Eddie. And then he comes out of nowhere. He's like, I still love you. And then she's like, and I love you. He's like, but I'm scared. She goes, I know. He's like, I can't go through that again. She was like, you won't. Like, it'll never, ever happen again. He goes, I just don't think I could live with that child. She goes, I know. I thought about that. He's like, well, what did you think? She goes, what if the roles were reversed and if you had a baby with Marcy and I had to live with that child? She's like, I'm sorry, Brad. I want to say congratulations to you so bad, but I just can't. And he goes, congratulations. Congratulations for what? He's like, she goes, it's okay. Like, I know. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm confused. You know what? She goes, I know Marcy is pregnant. And he goes, Marcy is not pregnant. She goes, yes, she is. And at first he's thinking this witch is just lying because you could tell by the look on his face. And he's like, well, wait a minute. Where did you hear this from, Randall? She's like, no, my doctor told me. And he's like, are you sure? She goes, yeah, me and Marcy have both see Dr. Austin. She told me that she asked Marcy how the baby was doing. She's pregnant. He's like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, Marcy's definitely pregnant. And then he's like, I gotta go. And she's like, Brad, if I knew this was gonna upset you and you were gonna leave, I wouldn't have done that. He's like, no, it's not because of that. It's because of him. And Randall's coming up to approach the car. So he goes up to her and he tells her, he was like, I just want to let you know that we're going to be meeting in the judge's chambers tomorrow, so you might want to get your beauty rest. It looks like you need it, and, so yeah, he's like, oh, she goes, Randall, get away from here, get away. He's like, okay, but just one more thing, did you still want to meet in the shed, or is that, okay, so you want me to just start warming up the shed for, okay, good, alright, you two have a good one, bye, Brad, and then he leaves. So then Brad is just like, I gotta go. She's like, Brad, don't. Because remember, she said before when she was just like trying to mess with Randall, oh, let's meet in the shed and all that. So she thought that's why Brad was upset because she said that. He's like, no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just that, I thought I couldn't deal with, maybe getting back together with you because of that child, but really it's him. She's like, then we'll move, we'll go away. He's like, I can't afford to do that. She's like, so you have considered it. He's like, look, all I know is that I would do some really bad things to that man. She goes, well, if it makes you feel any better, some almost really bad things happen to him. And he goes, almost doesn't count. She goes, I guess you're right. Okay, that's weird. But he goes, I gotta go. And then she's like, alright, so they try and hold hands. It didn't equate to Lou and Natalie. It didn't equate. Alright, but I'm chill on Alex and Brad because I don't know what he's going to do, and I just need to be prepared for him possibly going back to Alex, even though I don't necessarily approve of it. So he's like, yeah, I gotta go. He leaves, and then Randall, oh yeah, that's why I was confused on why I had that written down. He drives off, and then Randall's like, you two get back together? What? No? Is that way? And then she just goes in the house. And he's like, so you still want to meet in the shed? Or he's like, okay, well, let me know. I need you to help me sharpen my tools. Let me know. Let me know. And then he goes in the house. Then we switch to Kelly. Okay, so she's asleep. Or almost asleep. She's like scared, so she's really not asleep. She hears a dog barking. So she gets up because, she's real like, oh, snap, he could be in the house. She hears a dog barking, so she goes into Justice's room to check on him, and she's going up real slow, thinking he might be under the covers. So she pulls back the blankets real slow, and it's just Justice laying there. Then she checks his windows, which all those windows should have been locked. Okay, she checks his windows, makes sure theirs locked, checks the doors and everything, checks behind the door and everything, goes out, checks the side door and makes sure that's locked. Then she goes to the front room, checks all the windows, checks the door lock. She's checking everything. Okay, I'm talking about she checked all the windows and the door. So she goes back to her room, So I guess she's kind of at ease now. Okay, he's not in the house. Goes to lay down. As she goes to lay down, all you see is a hand reach up. And so her mouth is covered. They got a black glove on too. And so I'm pretty sure it's Travis, but it didn't really show that next week. So yeah, somebody didn't grab it up off the sheets and mouth her. Okay, just be quiet. So this will be interesting. Alright, I'm so ready. The finale looks like it's about to be on fire. Eddie might finally be going down once and for all. But I won't be too shocked if Tyler tries the cliffhangers or just doesn't do it justice. Okay, now I will be shocked at that because Tyler always does it justice. Even if it's annoying. Okay. So, yeah. I will do shout outs next week because it's the finale and I got a lot of people I want to shout out. I want to give thanks to a lot of people. I appreciate you all. I will definitely get into it next week. But let's talk about the has and have nots preview just for a second. What is this? The Hell ID just showed up and the phone hung up, so. So yeah. Alright. Mama Rose. I'm guessing that's Mama Rose. Remember they've been talking about how Jim is going to eventually have to pay off his debt to them. Well, Mama Rose is actually, first of all, they switched her because that's not the same Mama Rose that we seen when Candace got taken hostage. But Jim looks like he's about to be in it. Okay, Wyatt is in the hospital. Let's see. Jeffrey is everybody's at the hospital, so like, I don't know. Did Jeffrey get the call to go? And is Melissa dead? That's what I want to know because we see Veronica actually comes into the room and she starts like shaking Melissa. And she's, I mean, you're not going to have a lot of energy after you just slit your wrist. But I don't know because on the preview she wasn't moving. Landon is back. Justin about to be jealous as heck from what it showed on the preview. There's like a weird scene that I don't really get. I don't know. So I'm interested to see that one because it was like Landon was, I don't know. It was weird. I'm gonna guess Landon couldn't stay away from Jeffrey and he came back. But I don't know because they're hanging out, so we knew you wasn't about to stay away from Jeffrey, Landon. Like you just shouldn't even try to fake that out. Veronica is still a hateful witch. And it looks like she might be even trying to buck up on Catherine, like she's not even scared no more. So we'll see about that because I'm over it in advance. Okay. QJ, I don't even want to have the words. I don't even want to say it. I think QJ is dead. Because what they showed on the freaking, I've been hoping all this time that we've been on break, maybe the little baby is just injured and we're gonna see QJ next season in the hospital or something. If we have to, he's gonna be fine. Well, from what it teases on the preview, QJ is dead. And I'm thinking, again, that Candace does know. But then again, I don't know. Because it looked like she shouted at Hannah. I don't know where they were at. Because it looks like everybody is at whatever place that is. I don't know where they're at. But it looks like everybody's there. So I can't wait. Anyway, so I'm ready for the finale next week. I will do shout outs next week. Hopefully I'm on time next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's your girl Jada J. I apologize for being late. Y'all know I gotta go to school tomorrow, but it's actually still pretty early, so I might, dance or something. But thank you guys for watching. Sorry I'm late. Shout outs next week. It's your girl Jada J.